sports investors, how are you doing today? Welcome back. Betting Public Sports Show. I'm your beloved host, Fame Rothstein, aka Michael Snackson, aka Bay O Wolf, aka Malcolm Excellence, aka Hacksaw Jim Thuggin. Today's Saturday, October 5th, 2024. All right, and we've got joints for you. All right, a total of five because the division league, the division series, the division series in baseball start today. There's five of them. Got two picks from pretty much the same game. Um, and we got three college football joints for you today. All right. So before I get into that, if you don't mind, could you please like the program, like the channel, like this episode, subscribe to the channel, okay? Leave comments on this page. Tell me what you think, how you doing, where you listening from. Tell us about you, all right? And yeah, make sure you share as well, because if you don't like it, somebody else might. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, most of the time we do sports investing on here. Sports investing. I give you some advice on what you where you might be able to make money on. And remember, I don't just do the big games of the weekend or whatever of the day, because I know other teams a little more better. And it's I said a little more better. I apologize. I know other teams a little better, and they're easy for me to handicap based on what they expect the lines to be, right? So make sure you like and subscribe and share, okay? So let's get right into it, because I'm ready to get to this bag, because last 3 weeks, our last 25 picks, I think that's 2 weeks. Last 2 weeks, our last 25 picks were 21-4. What? That's right. I said we're 21-4 in our last 25 published picks. We were just 4-0 on Thursday. All right. So let's keep the bags coming. Let's keep it going. All right. We got two picks from the same baseball game. That baseball game, the American League Division Series in the Bronx. My posse in the Bronx is thick. The New York Yankees are hosting the Kansas City Royals. All right. Shout out my number one, Mackenzie. She lives out there in the Kansas City area, one of the burbs. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna get to this bag from this game, all right? Because we got Michael Wacha of the I almost said the Chiefs. Michael Wacha of the Royals throwing the rubber against Garrett Cole of the Yankees. Michael Wacha is a 6'6". Remember on the show we used to be like Michael Wacha. We used to do that about 3 years ago. He's 6'6", 220 right-hander, big burly guy. Veteran pitcher. You might have been approaching all-star level right before he left San Diego. I remember him from them, or not San Diego, St. Louis, but I remember him playing for the Padres as well. Very solid pitcher. And like Garrett Cole, one of those flamethrowers, throwing, 96, 98 and better. Sometimes probably touching three digits, Garrett Cole. Spent a good deal out this year with injury, but came back, finished strong, and now he's ready to help the Yankees contend for a title, hopefully. And they got to go through the Kansas City Royals. And from that game, I want to take two hitters, one from each team. Juan Soto. You remember him when he was with Washington. He was 19 years old, raking in the playoffs. Immediately replaced Bryce Harper when he left, went to the Phillies, and Juan, ever since then, the minute he came up, he been raking, hitting home runs in the World Series. Who was that? Zach Greinke throwing at his face. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take Senor Soto. We're gonna take him to get over 1.5 total bases. Okay, that's plus 135 odds. Juan Soto plus 135 odds to get over 1.5 total bases. He hits Walker pretty decent. Plus, you get the lefty righty matchup. Soto being a left-handed hitter. He's 2 for 5 against him. Not a big sample size, but it does so he can hit him. He will hit him. And same thing with Bobby Witt Jr. Okay, same thing with him, the Kansas City shortstop. Oh, he's coming into his own, one of the best American players out there right now. Hit some, had some astronomical batting average to end the regular season in Kansas City. I mean, every now, because they didn't win the World Series in 2016, so every now and then they come out at the gate on your ass. Witt Jr., he hits cold. He's like same as Soto against Walker. 2 for 5, shows he will hit him. But I like Witt. I think he's a dog. I think dude's a dog. Like, he come to ball. You know what I'm saying? He balling. The rest of y'all be out here hooping sloppy. All right? We're going to take him, Bobby Witt Jr., over 1.5 total bases, plus 116. All right? Now, let's get into college football, because I handicapped this game. I'm going to bet it later. I forgot when I made my text. So I got, remember, also invest in these games solo. Okay? If you're going to parlay them, also take the singles and then, make it a round robin, because you want the solos. Okay? That's built on solos. Parlays are nice to hit, but they're like lottery money, Take lottery odds to hit. We've been telling that from day one when we started this, right? But I'll tell you this. I forgot to put it on my sleep sheet. I gotta go get it. At noon, you've got Army going to Tulsa. Army's a 12-point favorite, and they're gonna cover that easy. Matter of fact, you might even put that up to 14 points. Maybe even 15, get a little plus money out of it, because Army, you know that they're a running team. They're not fooling you. They're running the option. They're fooling you with the motion of the option. But 9 out of 10 plays are going to be running plays. When they pass, they're passing for big yards, chunks to score. They're not just passing it willy-nilly. They run for 6.5 yards a carry, and they only give up 2.5 yards a carry. Everybody's talking either them or Navy as possibly being the one of the at-large teams in the expanded CFP this year. And trust me, seeing a military academy, a service school on national TV, that's a good look. That's gonna make some money for some station. Trust me. Part of this is business. All right. Tulsa, on the other hand, they run for 5.1 yards, but they give up 3.6. Okay? They're 2-3. They pass for 286 yards. We know why. Because they're always down, and they've got to pass the ball. Okay? I love that Army quarterback, Bryson Daly. I forgot to mention his name. He's got 3 touchdown passes. He only completes 48% of his passes. But you know why? Because they're such a run-oriented team. And somebody's going to have to try to knock off Army before Navy gets to them, because if they don't, one of them, if both of them, if one of them is undefeated at the end of the year, they're going into the CFP. And I just don't think Tulsa's going to be that team. I'm sorry. I do not think Tulsa will be the team. The spread is 12. Go ahead and take, like I said, Army at 12, minus 12. If you want to push it up, minus 13, 14, 15. I wouldn't go too much higher than 15, but I think Army's going to handle them. All right. Now, also at noon, okay, we've got SMU, Southern Methodist, at Louisville, right down the street from you, about an hour and a half. Okay, Louisville's a 7 point favorite. I'm sorry, SMU is coached by Rhett Lashley, and the for Eric Dickerson, they're still running the ball. They run for 4.7 yards a carry. They're 4-1, and they give up 2.7 yards a carry. What do we talk about? Run game defense. It travels. It travels. Okay? You've got SMU passes for 213 yards a game. They give up 222 yards a game. Now, they're 4-1, but one of those games is against like Houston Baptist. Another one is against well, no, they did beat TCU. I'll give them that. They beat TCU, but they rumbled with Nevada. I don't think too much of Nevada. You'll see that in one of the games coming up here on the show later. All right. Uh, Louisville, on the other hand, they're 22nd ranked in the country. Head coach, former Cardinal himself, Jeff Bars on a Cadillac Brome. If you know, you know. All right. They run for 5.7. They give up 2.8. Run game. They pass for 297, and they give up only 176. They have they've got athletes. The city of Louisville has good athletes, and they come poach a few out of the Republic of Cincinnati. They got a good, Indianapolis, they got a good little regional base of athletes. Louisville does, and Coach Brome, he's from the Big Ten. He was at Purdue. He knows, the run game is very important. Okay, Louisville's a 7 point favorite. I'm gonna give you some chalk. I think Louisville's gonna handle that. I think they're gonna they'll probably win by 10 or more. But I'm gonna take Louisville -7. They're at home. They're comfortable. These are college kids coming to see them. Louisville's gonna handle the business. All right, Louisville -7. All right, and that's at noon. And at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, all times Eastern on the Betting Public Sports Show, we've got Nevada going to NorCal, San Jose State. Okay, Nevada's 2-3. They do run at 5 yards a carry. They give up 4.5. Like, how do you give up that kind of? If you run that well, how do you give up? Like, what's the difference between your defensive linemen? Maybe you need to switch some of those offensive linemen on the defensive line. Pass for 185, give up 224. They're a naturally running team anyway. Not Army Navy running team, but they're a naturally running team. And giving up 224 in the air, and they're not even down a lot. They're not even up a lot for a team to have to pass back to get back in the game. It's like, what's going on with What's going on with the back seven back there? Okay. Now, San Jose State, the Aztecs, they're coached by Ken Mialolo or something like that. The former Navy coach. He's been coaching forever, and I want to say he was at BYU as well. But yeah, Ken, he's got to totally changed up his offense. Remember at Navy, he's running the hell out of the ball. Now he's got a passing offense to get more of those California athletes who's got, probably more athletes than anybody in the country, just in their own state. Because San Jose State only runs for 72 yards, 72.8 yards a game, 2.6 yards a carry. Ooh, that's not good at all. Okay. but they give up 3.5 yards. You see what I'm saying? That's very strong, and you're at home. They pass for 329, give up 187. Okay. Um, their quarterback Emmett Brown, he's a Washington transfer. He's got 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. 62% of his passes are completed. Almost 1,300 yards going into the game. Yeah, San Jose State. San Jose State is a 6.5 point favorite. Again, I'm going to take the chalk just because just to get the win, and keep our money going. And beside, like I said, I won't be surprised if San Jose State wins by double digits, easy in the double digits, 10 or more, just because uh, they played some heat and handled them pretty well. We had them earlier this year. They smoked somebody for us. Oh, that was Air Force. That was Air Force. Okay. Um, but yeah, I've been watching them. Nevada, they're very solid. Very solid ball team here. So we're gonna take Nevada minus 6.5. All right. And then at 8 p.m., we've got Hawaii. You see that right there? Like I don't remember having to use a apostrophe I to spell Hawaii. But anyway, Hawaii 2-2 comes on to the mainland, comes onto the mainland, hint, hint, and will battle the other Aztecs, San Diego State Aztecs. Okay, San Diego State comes in as a 2 point favorite. Uh, Now Hawaii, they only run 3.9 yards a carry. That's not obviously that's not great. That's not bad for a school like Hawaii because even though it's sun and beautiful out there, like you still got to get a special kind of person to kind of want to come out to go to Hawaii and play ball. They give up 4.1 yards a carry. They pass for 265 yards a carry or 265 yards a game, and they give up 180. Okay. San Jose State, typical San Jose State, they're a running team, but they're a little down this year. They run for 3.8, they give up 4.3. Okay. Now they pass for 183, they give up 199. This isn't your normal San Jose or San Diego State team. I think they were either 1-3 or 2-2, something like that. Not a real outstanding record. I didn't really look at it just because it doesn't matter. Hawaii's coming to the mainland. That's a gosh darn guaranteed L 90% of the time. And if you're going to give us odds of minus 136 on the money line, we're going to take that. San Jose State, or not San Jose State, San Diego State, money line minus 136. All right. So let's recap. We got to go all the way back to baseball. Okay. 6:38 p.m. First pitch. American League Division Series. Yankees hosting the Royals, taking 2 from that game. Witt Jr. of the Royals to get over 1.5 total bases. That's plus 116. And Juan Soto of the Yankees to get over 1.5 total bases. That's plus 135. All right. And then in college football, 2 games at noon. We got Army at Tulsa. Army's a good road team. They're going to Tulsa. We're going to take Army minus 12. Okay? That's the spread. Army minus 12. Army does. Once they get going, there'll be a lot of 3-score drives or 3-play drives because they'll just start fooling you with that ball. So we're going to take Army. Okay? Also at noon, Louisville hosting SMU. We're going to take Louisville minus 7. Okay, minus 105 odds. All right. At 7:30 p.m. Eastern, we've got Nevada at San Jose State. We're going to take San Jose State minus 6.5. And at 8 p.m., we got our old friends at Hawaii coming onto the mainland to take on the San Diego State Aztecs. We're going to take San Diego State on the money line, minus 136. All right. So there you have it. You have plenty of time to get online, get in line, and get to the bag. And you know the show's motto: if there's game to be played, there's money to be made. We'll be back tomorrow with more action and to recap today's action. But tomorrow will be a light day too. Only got like 3 for that. All right. But in the meantime, let's hook up on social media. There's my Twitter/X. Okay, and there's my Instagram right there. Okay. You see them right there. And let's go get our action. Let's be safe. Let's be courteous to each other. Let's love each other. And we'll be back tomorrow to talk about it. But until then, everybody, be well. Peace.